let's do some new words. Let's break some words apart and let's put them into prefixes, roots, and suffixes. Okay, so the first term you have is the term superior. We literally just looked at this, but I want you to break this down. So despite the fact that you might have a definition on your flashcard from what we just talked about, can you break it apart and put it properly into a prefix, a root, a suffix, their individual meanings, and then the total word definition? If you need to pause the video, please pause the video, okay, and then try to break it down yourself and come back for the solution. Okay, so in this case, there is no prefix. We have a new root term here for Unit 5 that is supero, and it means to be above, upon, on top of, right? Anything of that sort of meaning. The suffix is IOR, which means pertaining to. So the definition of the word superior means to be above something, okay? So to be above or on top of something else that you're comparing it to. Let's do one more example. All right, despite the fact that we have also looked at the word lateral in terms of what it meant, and you may have made a flashcard, let's see if you can break it down in its component parts. Make sure you put them properly into a prefix, a root, a suffix, and tell me what they all mean. Okay, pause the video if you need a moment. Okay, so again, there is no prefix here. We have a new root term, latero, which refers to being to the side. And the suffix is al, which is pertaining to. So the breakdown and the official definition for the term lateral is pertaining to being towards the side. And remember we said it was more away from the midline, might be a definition that you see in a lot of textbooks. But if you're looking from a med term perspective, the literal breakdown is pertaining to being towards the side. Let's try one more example. All right, appendicular. Appendicular. So this one we did not take a look at with directional terms, but let's see if you can figure out what this means, knowing that you know how to break down into prefix, root, suffix, and to make a definition. Again, hit pause if you need to, and then come back and see our solution. Okay, so there is no prefix here, but we do have a new root term, appendiculo, which refers to a limb. And a limb really is your arms or your legs, right? So shoulder to fingers, hips to toes. So we're talking about our limbs. Okay, and AR or AL is pertaining to, okay, at the end. And so appendicular is pertaining to your limbs. Let's try one more. Plantar. Plantar. So again, see if you can break this down properly. Tell me what the prefix, the root, the suffix, and the total definition will be. Okay, there is no prefix in this particular word. There is a new root term, planto. And in this case, while there may be some alternate definitions, the sole of the foot is the most common one that we're going to use. So plant is the sole of the foot, which is really the bottom of the foot that contacts the ground. AR is the suffix, and it means pertaining to. So our definition of the term plantar is pertaining to the sole of the foot or the very bottom portion of that foot. Okay, how do you think you're doing? Hopefully by Unit 5, you're starting to feel a little bit more confident, and it's okay if we're still making some mistakes. Remember, this is a learning process, and there's still a lot more to learn. But hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit confident, you're getting some of the correct answers, and you're starting to learn something from the feedback that you're getting. All right, let's do one more. Let's try longitudinal. Longitudinal. See if you can break that down into your prefix, your root, your suffix, and your definition. Okay, so again, there is no prefix in this term. There is a new root term, longitudino, and this means to be along the length. So long direction. AL is your suffix, which means pertaining to. So longitudinal means pertaining to the length, okay, or the long direction of a bone generally. All right, you're doing a wonderful job. Keep up your hard studying. I know you got it. You're going to pass your exams and you're going to ace this course.